Alrighty, traders, let's actually get ready for another amazing, exciting week with these markets. I want to go through the stock market, gold, silver, and a few other markets as well too. Plus, also, I want to give you a personal challenge this week that I promise you, if you actually take up this challenge, that I promise you, your success rate and your positive outcome for your trading this week will tenfold. So I want to give you that challenge for you this week. So let's get straight into it. Don't place a trade based on what you'll see in this video because there is no guarantees of making a profit in the market. It takes you a long time to become a good trader. So this video here is just to educate you to become a much better trader. Alrighty, traders, let's before I do start, guys, I used to charge for this free trading course that I'm giving away right now. I'm going back to start charging it again because people are not respecting it and appreciating it. So if you want to get access to that free trading course, I'm actually going to start to close it down and start to charge it again because people are just not appreciating it. When I used to charge for it, people appreciated it. When I give it away for free, people don't appreciate it. So I'm just going to go back to start making money from it and start to charge it. But I'm still giving it away for free right now. So go grab it with the link in the description. So let's actually start off with the good old stocky market. So let's start off with, we'll go with the Dow Jones first, okay? And the really big thing that's happening with the Dow Jones is noticing this through here, right? So we're right at this level of resistance, right? Let's actually take, so we're right at this level of resistance right now, and we can see how the Dow Jones is definitely very strong here. Now, here's the real big key that I'm really watching for on the Dow Jones, okay? So you can see we had a very big move up. You also can see here that we have this point here, this point here, this point here, right? Resistance, and then it's broken back up, and you can see where we are right now. Okay, we're just above this line through here. So we're still above that. We actually rejected it off there as well too, okay? And now we're actually above it. So the very first thing that I'm watching for with the Dow Jones is, do we get something like this? If we get something like that on the Dow Jones, guess what? False breakout confirmed, right? False breakout confirmed. I believe this is going to be the false breakout because if it's a false breakout, it goes sideways and then it gets back above here, right? This actually broke out to the upside. We should get some follow through. Now, we still could get that. I doubt it, but we still could get that, okay? And then on the other side of that coin that I'm watching, notice how what actually happened here, right? We had resistance all through here, same through here, and then we broke back below it. So there's probably going to be a bit of a short-term area of resistance all through there as well. Plus also this black line. So there's a lot of areas of resistance right now from that level. If we actually go look at the hourly charts from the Dow Jones, I'm just trying to see if there's anything really obvious. No, there's nothing really obvious through there that I'm trying to see. So actually, let's take that off the screen here. So that's what I'm watching for right now when it comes to the good old DJ, right? The good old Dow Jones for what's going on through there. Let's go have a look at the S&P 500. And looking at the S&P 500, we're still in a very overall. Actually, let's actually bring this up through there, right? Like that, somewhere like that, right there. So we can see how, look at that, right? So that's that level through there, resistance, and now we're coming back up to this level of resistance. So the big key you want to watch out for is what happens here with the S&P 500, okay? Because if I zoom in right now, if we start to do something like this, right? We start to do something like this, and then we get a big breakout like that, guess what? This is a downtrend followed by a pullback, followed by a continuation on the down. So once we get the breakout on the downside through here on the S&P 500, then that's probably going to be the start of the next leg down there. So that's the big key area that I'm watching for on the S&P 500 that I'm watching from there. Let's go have a look at the good old Nasdaq. Now the Nasdaq, right? The Nasdaq out of the whole lot of them is definitely the one that I'm watching for personally for an actual possible trading opportunity. And as I'm waiting for my data, the data to actually load here. So let's actually go look at the Nasdaq right now. And yes, I'm using a different software. My other software is just crazy, right? Anyway, so looking at the Nasdaq, we're getting this really overall sideways movement through here on the Nasdaq. Now the big key areas I'm watching for on the Nasdaq is this sort of 10,000 level here. I believe there's the pressure is building for a capitulation to come out of the stock market. I really do believe that, especially in the tech sector. And the reason why I say that, from a technical level, fundamentals, we know we're heading into a recession, okay? But on a technical level, look at this here, okay? So let me just take lots of lines through, isn't it? Look at all the trend lines. Look at all the pretty lines. So if we take that off the screen there, right, and we bring that back down there, so you can see that sort of 10,500 level is definitely a major area of support all through here. And now we're squeezing up. Look at this squeezing up of a pattern through here. I do believe that the pressure is building for a capitulation to end this overall big bear market. And so this is what I actually see happening with the Nasdaq. And the Nasdaq's the one that I'm actually watching for a trading opportunity. Because over the next few weeks, if we can get something like this, and then a big breakdown bar like that, breaking past support, there is a massive probability that we're probably going to head back down towards these lows through here. Because look at that. Where's major support? No, there might be a little bit of support around that, sort of maybe just under 10,000, a little bit of resistance, but it's only one, right? But look at the last time, right? There's no major support. So once the Nasdaq breaks that level, it is just going to be a free fall in the market. And I would not want to be long. And again, the Nasdaq out of all the indices is one that I'm watching for a really good trading opportunity. From there, let's go have a look at gold right now. And the good old gold. Alrighty, so gold has continued to have a very, very nice leg to the upside. It has changed the trend. The trend is no longer down anymore on gold. As you can see, we had these lower highs coming down. So that's a downward trend there, right? And now we've had this higher high. So I wouldn't be too surprised to see just a little bit more of a pullback, create a higher low, and then start to make really, really big moves to the upside when it comes to that gold market. From there, let's go have a look at the silver market right now. And the silver market, the big key levels that I'm watching for in the silver market is these levels through, as you can see. So it's really probably somewhere through there, and then possibly even you can see that resistance level, all that area. I'm looking at the daily charts here on silver, and around that $22 level has been a lot of support and a lot of resistance, and then you can see it actually rejected off that resistance level through there. So if silver can start to get above, so we go sideways through here, if we can silver start to get a bit of back above that level, that $24 level, if silver can get back above that level, then guess what? We're free and clear of this level of resistance, and then this major line through here as well too. So then we'll probably come back down, find support, and then start an upward trend from there. So I wouldn't want to be if that does happen, then the shorts are gonna get their faces ripped off, I tell you. So and now let's actually go look at we're going to look at the GDXJ. Okay, so the GDXJ, there we go. Right. So the thing that I'm noticing on the GDXJ is, again, we're still possibly finding an overall bottoming pattern through here. Okay, we're not in a downtrend anymore, but we're not in an upward trend anymore. What does this start to develop into? As you guys may or may not know, but I have a position in the GDXJ, and I continue to add to that over quite a period of time, because I actually have over the next for the rest of this decade, I have a view that the mining sector is going to make a really, really big move. I just don't know when, so I'm in it, not trying to time it, but when it happens, I will say thank you very much for your homemade biscuits, okay? So, but looking at this level through here, look at this here, right? So we had this move down, and then a lower high, so downtrend, another lower high, and then we started going sideways here, right? Look at this here, sideways. Then we created a higher low, then we broke up. So we're probably going to start to do something like this now and start to see a really big upward move. You can see here, we're definitely forming this rounding bottom through here in the GDX through there, in the GDXJ through there as well too. And last but least, guys, one thing I want to cover is the good old Bitcoin right now. And the Bitcoin right now there's a lot of weakness in the cryptocurrencies over the weekend. So we have Ethereum down 4%. Oh, look, Ethereum down 4%. Bitcoin's down a little bit. Bitcoin's about to get absolutely hammered, right? Bitcoin's about to get absolutely hammered. What's happening with Bitcoin right now? Let's actually look at the smaller time frame. As I'm doing this recording, as I speak, you can see it's actually selling off through here. I may or may not have a position in Bitcoin. Yeah, I'll keep it with that. Okay, I'm not going to tell you guys what I'm doing because that's going to be if I tell you exactly the positions I'm taking right now, then you're probably going to do the same thing, but you won't have a stop loss and blah 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 blah. Right? You still have a trading plan. But look at this here. We're starting to roll over. Looks like on this 15-minute chart through here, where there's definitely a lot of support level through there. But once that actually breaks, looks like it's starting to roll over. Once that breaks, we're probably going to head down towards the lows down here, which was around that 15,000 level. But then once that actually, the overall big picture is this. Look at this here. The overall big picture is this: that once the good old Bitcoin, right? Once the good old, and I was drawing some trend lines through there, as you can see. So I've just been doing some technical analysis on the shorter term, right? But once we actually start to develop this next leg down, then we're probably going to start to see like this sort of move happening in the good old Bitcoin. Now, here's the thing. Okay? The Bitcoin has been doing nothing for a long time here. Again, this is the hourly chart. Okay, so this is really, but really when you look at this, right, what's that? 11, 1, 2, 3. How many days is that? Let's actually bring up the daily chart here. So we have a look at this here from a daily perspective. Bitcoin's been doing nothing really for, was that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 days. Okay, so it's doing nothing. Once we start to see the move down, the next move down, that's going to be, all hell's going to break loose. We're going to see massive capitulation in the cryptocurrencies, and that's going to give something's going to come out of these markets that's going to cause this banging to happen. And I've always had, just like on the Nasdaq, I have a target of 7,000 on the Nasdaq. Just like with Bitcoin, I've always had a target of the good old 10,000 when it comes to that. Let me actually bring up the big charts as well. And one of the reasons why, if you actually go do your study from bubbles, is when you start to see bubbles on the charts, wherever the market starts to bubble, like go vertical. So you can see here, right, the market started getting vertical there. So there's a high probability we're going to at least retrace that. Make sense? This is what happens most of the time. Wherever the bubble goes, the bubble's going to end. So that's the reason why one of the things that I'm actually really watching the Nasdaq carefully, because this could be a shorting opportunity for the year. And if I go look at the Nasdaq again, you can see here, look, where did it actually bubble, right? Where did actually the bubble started there. So, and you'll find this again, probably a good 90+% of the time throughout history, throughout the last couple of 100 years. If you go look at all the big major crashes that's actually happened, 1929, 80, et cetera, right? The big crashes, even the 2008 crash. You see wherever it actually started, we end up actually retracing that for some reason from there. So that's one of the reasons, especially looking at the Nasdaq right now. It's one of the reasons why. So there's a few different things that I'm watching for right now. Gold could potentially be getting ready for a big move up. And the reason why gold's probably going to be doing that is because we're getting ready for a recession, and gold generally has a big move before recession happens. I do see cryptocurrencies having a big move on the downside, and I do see there's a lot more downside to come with the Nasdaq. So I wouldn't want to be long these markets right now. Now, obviously, on a short-term level, guys, if you're trading like the 5-minute charts and so on and so forth, don't listen to exactly what I just said there, right? Because we're going to have big major swings and obviously have that from there. Now, on the end of that, this is what I want to share with you, okay? I want to give you a bit of a challenge. As I said at the start of the video, I want to give you guys a challenge to help you become much better traders, okay? Here's the thing. Being successful at trading is not about being lucky. It's all about pattern recognition, okay? So that's all really trading really is, okay? Investing is different. Do not mix them up, all right? I'm an investor in the mining sector. What does that mean? I buy. I'm not trying to pick a bottom. I just buy. It may go down another 10, 20, 30%, over the next couple of weeks. I don't care. I'm just very confident that the mining sector is going to make a massive move, right? Over the next 5, 6, 7, 8 years. I'm an investor in gold. Why? Because I see massive moves coming over the next 5, 6, 7, 8 years. It might not be this year. It might be next year where you start to see a big move. I don't know. That's investor, right? But that's different mentality. Trading, right? Trading is like get in today and hold it for a few days or one day or for a few weeks or maybe for a few months, right? That's trading. Trading mentality is all about having pattern recognition and identifying patterns. So my challenge to you is this. is that what are the patterns that appear in the markets that you are most comfortable with? That gives you a pattern and an entry signal. What does that look like for you? What type of pattern? And off that pattern, what is the entry signal that you that you're very, very confident? So, out of all the different types of patterns, triangles, flags, breakouts, false breakouts, etc., out of all the different patterns that you've probably studied so far in your career, right? Because you've probably done thousands of different hours of different things and looking at different things in different markets and so on and so forth, right? Is there a couple of different patterns that you're like, yeah, when this pattern forms in the market, I'm very, very, very confident. No certainties, right? But there's a very confident that this has a good probability of generating a profit. What is that for you? My challenge to you is that figure that out, and whatever that is for you, then I want you to, your challenge now is for the rest of this week, you are not to press the button until you see that pattern appear on your chart. Hey traders, I'm giving away 100% free access to my brand new breakthrough full trading course. This is 8 videos over 10 hours of pure amazing and powerful strategies. This is my most powerful systems and strategies that I've used for the last 16 years, and I'm giving it away for free. So this is what I want you to do right now. I want you to go to johnsfreegift.com, or there should be a link around here somewhere, a button or in the description or somewhere in there. Click on that and you can go get free access to my brand new breakthrough trading course. So go to johnsfreegift.com right now. Go to that right now, guys. You can get full, complete, free membership access. Go do that right now.